flanks with the Skye until of course we see Legions normally go Blade Mail first and then they go into the Blink. So during that time where you just have a Blade Mail and you're kind of just farming, you can go play with your Ember Spirit on the Sky Wrath. Same with Undying, and of course Terribly is going to farm away. It looks a pretty straightforward draft here for NoPing. So yeah, it looks pretty. There's no way that they can get really confused with playing like this, and if they get off to a good start, they could definitely be in a position to win this game.
Already placing down ward into the bottom half of the map onto that cliff instead of getting a deeper ward, which they might have been looking for, but suspecting that the university kids, the college team, is going to be catching one or two of the heroes. And this Legion commander might just get caught on Austin. Here comes the calling, slowing down, silencing him up. Body blocks from either of these, not happening, but the Ixwell is there. And RZ's going to drop, and they will get themselves first blood for the off-lane Primal Beast. Maybe even another Austin. He is somewhat low. Slow is available for El Micho. Just needs vision, and he will throw it out. Dior providing it. Decay does drop them lower and lower and lower. He managed to buy out on the Primal Beast, but a kill will go for the Skywrath. Dad will run away with a bounty rune, making it 2. James is going to find a third, making it 3 for 1 in bounties.
I think good outcome for both teams there. I think the Primal kind of wanted to die there so he could get back to base with a free TP scroll. But yeah, at the same time, you kind of want to get that kill as well to get kind of like a rebuttal kill there. And a little bit of extra EXP going your way. So not bad. I think overall fairly even, but favoring Universitario just a little bit.
And now they're just going to be wary of their positioning here, especially with this Skywrath Mage, because one good opening from Austin and Dad, and they could already do a lot of damage, kind of sustained damage. They don't really do bursty damage on either of these two heroes. They love to build up and poke and try to get people low before any of the reinforcements arrive.
Okay, so I was looking at the Primal, and it's like, I assumed that was Grimstroke's magic wand. So that first blood that he got, he invested into a magic wand recipe when he already has a magic wand.
That's actually... It was showing for a moment that it's Dad's magic wand.
Is it actually
That's the Muerta's magic wand that Lissex has in his inventory.
Picked it up?
But he's going to be chasing HFN with the Inkswell stun. Oh, and he gets a kill as well. Surprised by the damage that the Inkswell does in the end.
The biggest grief I've ever seen.
And he's dropped it down to the ground.
Dad's magic wand. Okay, never mind.
The courier's the kid's down to the ground.
Dad's courier's there, though. He brought his courier. He's like, yo, bro, that's my magic wand.
If that was the support, if that was the support doing annoying. That, you'd get griefed hard. But another target for NoPing to maybe drop here, and they will get another.
This lane,
kill.
man, wow,
3 kills.
I didn't realize how strong this lane was, but if you're a Terrorblade, so like the heroes I was looking at for potentially to pick to deal with this Primal, most all of them have a stun. And TB versus Primal is a terrible lane. Well, they might be able to get a kill here.
Retaliation comes out.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps, but at the same time, every time they go on the TB, I think he's just going to die to this Grimstroke. Plus Primal combo. He has no way of disengaging all this damage that's coming out.
They're definitely going to give it another shot, try it again as soon as that Primal Beast TP's back to the top lane as he's doing right now. Let's see if they decide to go straight for it. Stacked up for a nice 8 decay stack there for the Undying. And there comes the magic wand off of the courier for Muerta.
It's fine, it's true home.
the owner has been found.
And I wonder how much impact that had on the laning stage, just like not having that extra bit of courier use, because these couriers are slow, man, and running, and he's going to lose his courier. Oh no, Arson doesn't go for it. Thought he would just go smacking and kill it real quick, but opts not to. But yeah, like having your courier run top lane is definitely a big deal. It's a lot of time. As Austin and Dad struggling a bit here in this bot lane, laning into Legion Sky, not an easy lane by any means. However, this little bit of dive here. And so much damage to Dad. He's gonna have to do a defensive calling here. But El Micho, he wants to go in for this. Who's gonna die here? most likely it's going to be Austin going down, but they found the bigger target and wanted to go for Dad, kind of like split deciding how they want to do this one, but it really just looks like they're going to get him at the end there, as El Misho will get a kill, and +1 on top of it as he will take out the courier, as Austin is going to try his best here to just drag the wave up top, as yet another kill happens there. I think it's actually just Skyroth just deciding to suicide a little bit, had no more resources. Why not?
Dire structures are fortified.
It also looks like in this situation, I will be your casters, T-Panda. Not here for the moment. Maybe he will rejoin us soon as the players end up pausing. A bit of a lag issue here for multiple people, it does appear. Yeah, just taking a look at what's going on here. We have the Ring of Health available for the Primal Beast in the top lane. He should be totally fine there. And I think if they do manage to stack these spells, the Inkswell on top of the Phantom's Embrace, and we saw the damage that the Onslaught can do in this game, they can easily kill HFN. But for now, the Primal just doesn't have any CS. He just has the ability to kill. And even with his 7 CS compared to the 21 and 9 of the Terrorblade, he's still higher net worth. I guess you have to keep in mind that he did get First Blood as well. So that kind of played into his favor here. And so we're going to have a reconnection here from LizX. Seems like he's been having a bit of unstable connection right now. In the last game, he disconnected a couple times too. And meanwhile, mid lane, James with that Ember against the Invoker. I wanted to see who was favored in this matchup, but it does look like it is a bit Invoker favored. Yor might be in a little bit of trouble here as he is a bit scouted out here, right? Looks like the battery assault will go off, but I think they have bigger fish to fry here as they're going in for Dad, but the dead shot does miss here. That means he's going to be stuck in a corner. He's going to be eliminated. Great rotation there by Yor there. And they're going to get +1 as Austin goes down too. So great rotation there from Universitario there, managing to pick up 2 kills right off the bat there. And on top of that, there's a bunch of creeps under the wave here, just hammering away at this tower now. You're not getting that farm. You're losing tower. And, of course, there's a siege coming as well as the 5-minute mark has approached. They're going to drag that one back. Absolute disaster here in this bot lane for Universitario as they are forced to bring Dismar down here. Inkswell will go off. They'll chase Artisan just a little bit, but he's able to just walk it off. It looks like in the dead shot, it's off the mark too. With those phase boots, he's just a little bit too fast, and he is out of there. And El Misho during that entire time just hitting away at that tier 1 tower bot gets out as well. So not a lot of good things are happening right here and now as... Do they have detection for this? They drop it now. He went in Invis to try and steal that rune. He got it, but at what cost here? As it looks like he will go down on this Invoker to the Clocker. Austin will take it up. Yor trying to make something happen as well. So a bit of good news here for Universitario being able to make things happen here. And of course, LizX with the solo kill onto the Terrorblade. We talked about how much of an issue it can be not being able to disengage against this big, angry beast here. And he's going to lose his life for it. Very squishy on the Terrorblade. You have lots of armor, but you got too much magic damage coming out here from the Primal Beast. And your health full quite low on Terrorblade, as this is not a hero that has a very high HP pool. He's much better in situations where he has to deal physical damage, and they're just going to go in and harass him some more. He's going in for the kill here, but did you go too far for your LizX? Can he get the kill for it? No, he cannot. He's going to end up dropping here. Really feeling himself on that one, but the Tombstone and that Decay was actually the difference maker on that one. As we see, the Wisdom Runes came out. Did one apiece. El Misho got one, Austin got the other. And it looks like they will just punish Dismar for trying to steal the Wisdom Rune. So it doesn't even get the Wisdom Rune and goes down in return. As Dad, he's got to hit this dead shot, but he's silenced right now. Will he live? Will he die? He's kind of stuck. He's dead. Ends up just getting slapped in the face by El Mishu on the Sky Wrath. Luckily, that was pre-duel, so he's not going to go any duel damage. But this last pick, Morta, they've already lost 2 games in this qualifier alone with this hero. Having the courage to pick it again, and it's really not working out for them. At least on this early game. We'll see what it can do later on. But for now, not enjoying his time whatsoever, as he will TP back bottom. Maybe he's going to go for a deny onto the tower here. In fact, maybe he can end up just killing Arsent entirely. No, he'll just zone him out. No, Austin is here. Looks like a kill will happen onto Arsent. Thank you to Austin. And Dismar will be like, I walk down here. I'm also just claim it, as he does just steal that away on the Grimstroke. And for now, they're keeping the tower alive, and rotations from Sebas coming in there. The Tombstone's going to get dropped as well, and Dad, a bit of trouble here. El Misho, but that Tornado should finish him off here, as James, well, he's going to try and strike back here, and it looks like they will get Yor, but in the back line, Austin is going down. They're taking a while to get Yor down, but eventually they will get him. And then Voker, with some urn charges, can continue to chase as Dismar. Will this be? Yeah, this looks like it will be our first duel victory here, as Dismar will get dueled and give him that plus 10 damage and a triple kill for Sebas on his Invoker here. Off to a great start. And of course, nothing is complete without watching HFN get solo killed on the other half of the map here. Yet again by Lizex. Kind of trying to salvage that fight in any way that he possibly can. And Ember losing a lot of health trying to get through that gate. But silences do not stop you from teleportation, nor do roots. So without a stun, you can just get straight through there. Yet again, Austin getting caught by Sebas with that early urn. With the EMP going off. Maybe he can get a D ward before he dies, but he's going down yet again. 10-12 is the score here at 9 minutes and 45 seconds in the game. 1,000 gold advantage for NoPing. So the game, not at 2,000 now, just bumped up there. The game definitely NoPing favored right now, but HFN struggling quite a bit. This Primal getting multiple solo kills and just soaring ahead, kind of playing his own game here in the net worth department. As he is by far the most farmed hero in the game on Lizex. With this Vanguard in hand, going straight for a Lotus Orb of all things this game. Always a handy item when playing versus Invoker and the Skywrath Mage, so we'll see how much effect that can have in this particular game as we start gathering some heroes around into that mid lane area for NoPing, as they do have a catapult that they just want to keep alive for as long as possible. Hello. Oh.
And another duel win going the way of the Alicia Commander, but Lizex going to be diving in, looking for some kills here, and he takes down one. Sebas, not much he can do. Yor, with the help of El Misho, going to be able to jump onto the Primal Beast, but the Mystic Flare going to be thrown out as well. They're going to take down the Primal Beast. Yes, they can. But the Cogs, they should be able to respond at least with that Undying kill going their way. And man, since I've been gone, it looks like it's been turned into an entire bloodbath.
It absolutely has been, especially on the bot lane from NoPing here, just bringing the numbers over and over again. And honestly, NoPing's been owning them, but the only issue is that Lizex has just been owning HFN, solo killing him multiple times, kicking him out of the lane, taking his tower, and now deciding to join the fights. Unfortunately, he dies there, so that's a really big loss there if you are on the side of NoPing. With that Invoker going down.
Oh,
nice of you to join me again. I thought you were taking a nap.
Yeah, it's bouncing back and forth. That's a thunderstorm going on right now. So I did drop for a bit. It's still bouncing around a little bit, but still in action. Sebas taking Austin there. Getting themselves a set of kills with both the Ember and the Clockwork falling.
Very nice indeed.
Ember not enjoying the start of this game. At least he's last in net worth out of all the cores. Same with the Muerta, who's had to do a bit of participating as well in the game. Dad's Muerta really not getting any rest. Sebas and El Misho coming in with the gank here, getting the connection onto him, and death number 5. That's a certainty. Sebas,
I mean, he's having a rough one, that's for sure.
Just got to Lissek, pushed away just far enough. The Skywrath still being chased around. Does he get close enough for the Inkswell? Ancient's blocking his way, slowed down with a concussive shot, and there he's making space. Space created. Make a whole new universe out of this, and a pig pole trampling, pig chasing the Skywrath. Oh,
he's gonna go down here.
Finally got the refugee. They caught him.
And they're going to instantly smoke right as well, as this pulverize cooldown is only 36 seconds, so it can be up soon. And Ember, he's got 3 Remnant charges.
Oh, well. Oh, that's a nice charge coming out from Lissex. You're already down, and so does the Invoker, but James, he is relishing in the moment with this Primal Beast. Oh, talk about a beast and net worth, too.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And Ember as well dodged the EMP there with the Remnant, so helping out, needing that little bit of extra damage. They do get it. And they're TPing right into this.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure if this you want to do. The duel goes off.
Ooh, don't get the duel win. And actually not even finding the kill in the end. He's turning around onto the LC, but that's what you get for being a beast. You don't bully it. You don't try to catch it. However, James will fall as a collateral.
Yeah, a little bit greedy there, trying to kill Sky there, tanking a tier 2 hit, which really just sealed his fate there. Probably should have disengaged. I mean, Lizex is just like, he is playing Primal Beast, but he's just playing like a beast this game. While the rest of his team, I don't know, like you're Morta 0 and 5, right? Having a really rough one. James was doing okay, but he's still in the negative score department. In fact, his entire team has a negative score right now, while he's 10 and 4. Can he do it alone? I don't know if he can, but he's trying his damn best.
And that's a total of 35 kills in 14 minutes, so that's +2 per minute. We're talking about a bloodbath. Let's see if they can keep this one up. A lot of aggression coming out from both sides. Lissex, man, 10 kills in 14 minutes. And then we got El Misha with the Sky, 9 kills as well. Some pretty insane numbers, Fear.
They're definitely quite insane. I haven't seen a game like this in a very long time. It's just like, it's really just Lizex against the world here. He is playing a hero that has quite a strong back, but is it that strong? We'll have to see. Can he buy enough time for Dad to get back into this game? I think they're going to have to start making some combinations with their support and Ember pretty soon here. Otherwise, things could start getting a bit ugly here, as Sebas is continuing to scale in this game with his Invoker. Talk about your Legion as well. Blink online as well as the Blade Mill. He has his basic toolkit. And of course, HFM doing what he does best. He's hitting the creeps. And he's playing a hero that uses items really well in the Terrorblade.
And now they're going to get to push this middle tier 1 tower down as well, forcing out the Glyph, but no defenders on their way as James pushing out the top wave. And Austin keeping the bottom wave busy as we talk. We have a bit of a disconnect here. This time from the player side, not from the caster desk. Looks like things are solidifying, or well, not solidifying. We're getting a bit better, at least in terms of the ongoing thunderstorm out there. Apologies for that. Can't do much against Mother Nature. But the game continues.
Can't you beat Mother Nature?
Nope. I'll admit my defeat.
Okay. Fair. That's fair enough. It's a hard one to win. Man versus Thunder.
Yeah, Fear the man who has beaten Mother Nature. Talking of experience here.
Yep. I mean, I live in California.
Yeah. I was about to talk about that.
Mother Nature by just living here.
You're kind of like you're living amidst the elements. Primal fear. Well, they are going again for another smoke attempt here. 2 separate ganks by the looks of it, as they have HFN covered in the bottom lane. The rest of them showing up as well. The Invoker just protecting the top by himself. James going to teleport out of there. Dismar also going to be joining in into the mid lane. So nobody to be found in the bottom half of the map. And this is a lot of time spent hunting for kills. But I guess that's what you're looking for when you're playing a Legion Invoker lineup. You don't spend too much time farming creeps. You farm heroes with these.
Well, that's the idea, right? Yes, yet again, Lizex having He's been this whole series kind of having a bit of issues with his connection, but it doesn't seem like he's lagging at all. It's just random disconnects. He'll be back. All is good. What isn't good, though, in this game, if you are on the side of... Well, I guess you could look at both sides. If Universitario, the bad thing right now is Dad is having a rough one. He's definitely having a really, really rough game. 0-5 still. Probably won't change for some time. And if you're on the side of NoPing here, the cores are kind of starting to fall below the net worth. They did have the top 3 net worth at one point, but this Legion walking around, not getting kills, lowering the net worth. Same with Invoker. These are the same type of heroes that want to run around and get kills. So if you can limit that from happening on the map for Universitario, then you can be in a situation where you can catch back up into this game. And we're seeing the net worth lead going back down to 1K when it was previously at 3K.
You're quite deep in here. Austin's going to scout out the Undying. Quick tombstone down. Zoning out the rest of the University team. And now go that long charge from Lissex runs straight on top of El Nisho. James wants a piece of this action as well. Trying to secure the kill, but it's going to be the Pulverize to do the job.
They brought 5 heroes, killed a Skywrath. Sure, that bought him a little more time and space. Not the biggest deal, but... Probably wanted to see more, but speaking of getting more, it looks like Austin will get +1.
That's Austin clockwork right there, finding another. He already met with Yor before. The tombstone was the only thing in between those two. Now there's no longer one big tomb in between, and he digs one for Undying. Talk about...
he canceled the blink.
Close.
That probably would have been a duel win if he managed to get the duel onto the Grimstroke, because that hero only has 1,000 HP. Not much at all. Meanwhile, Invoker on the hunt with Sky.
Ooh.
Not again, Dad.
It's a no, but there's a duel coming out from the river. This time it's successful. It's onto the Grimstroke, and that's a win. And a secondary looking off of this clockwork. But Lissex has that early Lotus Orb, so he's able to push his friend to safety. Quick dispels. Let's see how this situation continues to escalate as they're hunting against Sebas. He's also lined up a hand of Midas to get himself a bit of that extra scaling. This Invoker doesn't exactly farm super fast, so that Midas will be a big portion pushing towards the late game. So is HFN with his Terrorblade and Lissex. This is a very ambitious kill if they can do it. 20 seconds, no duel, so they're just gonna let him roll away.
And they're definitely running.
They're all coming. They're all on the way.
Is here. Lotus Orb is down for 3.
Oh, he turned around a bit too early. Maybe he could have caught them there, but they're looking at the
Atos
triangle,
Sky,
actually.
by the way.
Austin, that's the target they want to go for. Sebasti's cutting in there, but there's silence from the calling. And now Austin with a hook shot will interrupt them. They're all inside of it.
3 heroes in there.
And Dad might be able to get away because of it. Austin, no. Dad will die. And Austin, he's low. Boss, even with the Lotus Orb on top, an after or a post vessel, since the Lotus Orb already popped on top of him, and Austin will drop too.
And Dad going down there. It's definitely rough out there for
0-6.
I mean, it's been rough this whole tournament for them, Morta. I'm surprised that they still have faith in this year after losing both upper bracket games playing Morta. And this game number 2 here, it's not going very well. In fact, it's probably the worst game so far we've seen for this Morta.
I love how Roche slow motion walks towards him, and now he goes angered super fast towards the gate.
Yeah. And he's going on back into the
At the same time, Skywrath, that's a free kill, I would say. Lissex is having more connection issues than I am, and lag. Lag is really not going in his way. Well, this is a dead Skywrath.
Does lag ever go your way? I guess if you're on NoPing, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Pays to have NoPing in a situation like this.
Faster reaction speed. There goes your Sky. James on for more. Pokes Harzen, breaks the blink. Continues to go in. Oh, he actually got to duel him. He might win this one. Austin hooks up Roche. Oh, so close,
the cogs.
no, the cogs. At least he got in the way. And they will take down Yor at the same time. HFN. Uh-oh. TB needs some help here. He takes down Desmar. Roshan coming in as well. It's Roshan and the Primal Beast. You got every single beast on top of you. And NoPing. Oh, you're going to lose a whole lot of heroes for this.
I mean, he tried to sunder Dad there, but just like, that was the furthest hero away from you. That wasn't going to work. Even if you got the sunder, it's probably a lost fight for the most part. Yeah, I mean, it's this Austin Clockwork. It's just so good. Like, he unfortunately got unlucky and hooked Roshan, but quick reactions to just force right away in the last possible like frame. He got the cogs off just to push the Legion back from getting that last hit and securing that duel, which allows Ember to get more slides off, more chains off in the fight. And that was that just a team wipe, or it was close to it if it wasn't?
That was 4 kills and the Invoker made it out.
Invoker made it out, okay. So it was close to a team wipe, but that is not the situation you are looking for if you were on the side of NoPing there.
And Austin again. There's El Misho fighting versus Austin with the help of Sebas. And here comes Lissex, the frontliner. He is so low on mana, though, and Austin's already down. The Tornado, oh, it does connect. The Sunstrike doesn't, but here goes LC with the duel. And Dad. Oh, poor Dad. 7 deaths.
He's got a kill, though. At least the one kill he did get was a big one on top of HMN and his Terrorblade. I mean, he's recovered a net worth. Like, his score is not pretty, right? 1, 7, and 6. But his net worth is still higher than Legion's. It's higher than Invoker's.
Better,
and luckily, yeah, I mean, luckily for his teammates, Lizex is still really high in the net worth, and Ember has quite a good game for himself as well. He's going to pick up a Lincoln Sphere. It's in the backpack right now. He'll move it in.
Here comes the
He picked
scan.
up one of the bounties instead of 2.
Scan of the Rocket Flare. Clockwork. He's going to have a hook shot available. 2 seconds on cooldown. And he's ready. But the Forge Spirit, it's on its way. It's going to reveal Austin's plans. They're moving out of the pit. Not staying. They want to maybe even take this fight outside Arzent. He's got a DD rune, and he's got a Blink duel ready. Maybe he can even finish off this Primal Beast, but he finds himself Muerta. He finds Muerta out of all heroes, and the Sunstrike's there, and that's a duel when coming out as well. Lesser's going to be dropping a very low XP. Gets the charge in just in time. HFN, the Sunder doesn't do anything, but is it going to be enough, though? He's still surviving, but he finally falls. James will get the kill, but it's 3-2 down, and Invoker, he's the last man, pretty much standing here with the help of El Misho, and they get James, and they get Dismar. That Tornado finishes his life in a triple for the Invoker. Oh, what a fight. That was so close to going either direction.
Yeah, not able to get these Pierce the Veils off on time and dueled right away.
Damage.
And he's just dead. Yet again,
Yeah.
What was that?
No, that was all the damage Muerta did was 500 in the duel. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see right here, like, Muerta shows up for the fight, and then instantly just Blade Mill dueled, and of course, that Cogs, yet again, it was a beautiful Cogs, but they had more than enough damage to take care of that Muerta until this Muerta finishes BKB, which luckily is coming at 900 gold, but without that, this hero might as well not even be on the map.
And unfortunate for James as well. He didn't get to do much there, but we got another fight going on here. Clockwork will drop.
So normally I say I don't mind if you make plays like that and feed, but it's not okay to die like that versus Legion.
And LC.
Yeah, because like you just give so much more than a death. You give permanent damage. And we're seeing already that this Muerta is having a hard time surviving the Legion. Add a couple of dual wins on top of that, it gets harder and harder for Dad and his Muerta here.
Yeah, and it all comes down to positioning, right? You can't just build a Lincolns right away in Muerta. You need damage. You don't have any other proper source of damage.
Maybe Ember should use his Lincolns that he currently has to give to the Muerta, but then that leaves him vulnerable. It's hard to say.
Really goes down to the situation of those fights. But surely, that Muerta will need a lot more damage this game. But you also got to have some kind of survivability in some way.
I mean, luckily for him, we talked about positioning, right? I think he can be a lot better in that department of having positioning. Because right now, Liz X is very farmed, of course, but he's going into Heart of Trosk. This is his next item on the Primal. And I think he'll be in a situation where he can just be like, hey, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to do lots of damage, and maybe they're going to have to force a duel onto him, and then after that spell has been cast, or they at least force the Legion out of the woodwork, you know, force him to show, then the Morta can come in. But I think they're waiting for that Heart of Tarrasque on Lizex here. He's getting fairly close. He's only the recipe away from it, and that's going to be like a big power spike for them if he can manage to get it.
Yeah, that's going to be a big buffer for sure for the Primal Beast. Even tankier in the front line. Much more confident throwing out that Pulverize. But he will need... I would think he would need a BKB, but I guess he's just trusting Lotus Orbs enough.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to walk in and make space for his team.
Yeah.
BKB will kind of put you on like a... It's not the best BKB game ever. Like, you have the Tombstone, doesn't really help you against that. Doesn't help you against the duel, doesn't help you versus Terrorblade damage. Sure, it's great against Invoker and Sky, but that he's going to rely on just the tank ability from the Lotus Orb, Boots of Bearing, and then, of course, the raw HP from the Heart of Tarrasque here to just keep him alive through it. And of course, Grimstroke with that Shard as well. Just throw that on top of the Primal. If he ends up getting any spells on him, he can remove it with that Hard Dispel. The only thing you can't remove is the duel.
And again, Dismar, he wants to get that mini TB.
There's only one spell that I know of that removes duel, and that's Slark's Shard. For some reason, that just cancels the duel. The only... I don't think that's like intentional either. I think it's just...
It's a feature.
You know, one of those,
it's a feature.
One of those Dota 2 features, yes.
Yeah. They're going to be taking away the Tormentor as well. But yeah, that mini TB I was talking about for the Grimstroke, the Aghanims, lined up for Dismar. Gotta use it when the Metamorph is out. Maybe use it on one of the illusions. Doesn't have to be the hero itself that he casts it on. Can just bring an illusion.
You know how I was talking about in game number 1, how I like... Universitario was doing great and everything, they're winning the game, but there's this lingering sense of doom if it went into the late game. And it was almost true. I feel like Universitario this game has that late game scenario where if you get that Grimstroke Ags online, you get this really farmed Morta against the Terrorblade. We're going to see situations where maybe HFN just melts in these fights before he can even do anything.
Possible.
You definitely have your options here for Universitario to still win this game, even though you are down for now. The enemy team does have an Aegis, but you're definitely not out.
And talking about versus the Terrorblade, we discussed an interesting theory craft you brought up with the Revenant's Brooch, which transfers some of your physical damage into magical. And now that Morta is basically... I transform all of my damage into magical, making it pretty handy, actually, in the carry-to-carry matchup if you put Muerta versus TB.
Yeah, this is definitely a Muerta-favored matchup by quite a lot. But there's more than just on 1v1, right? If you do 6 slot or 6 slot in a private lobby, Muerta would win that fight. However, there's a lot of factors here that come into play. And I think the big ones are... has been and probably always will be in Dota, Initiation and Vision.
Yeah, Dota would be kind of boring if you just line up 5 heroes from both teams and they just take 1v1s against the according role. Yeah,
I mean, that would be... it depends on what you like. There's a lot of games out there that are kind of like that.
Yeah.
Those like AFK games or whatever, but anyway.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Some of those games as well, which don't
online.
exist anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's why Dota's the best game ever, you know? There's always so much you can think about doing better in every single game. Even if, like, you're a one-hero spammer. For some heroes, you're just, like, Invoker, Lone Druid, whatever it might be. There's a lot of heroes that just... Oh, they're gonna...
Good night.
Good night. You always feel like you can do something better, or you're always gonna see a new situation.
Oh, the reinitiation. Inkswell, oh, can they time it right onto the LC? He pops the BKB, he's going to be fine. But then again, we've got Muerta battling against Tell Me Show. He wants some vengeance for all those deaths. And there's the Lincoln's pop, but RZ coming in, just baiting with that. I could duel you, but I don't actually have it anymore. And they're fighting against him. HFN going to be pulled into the Pulverize from Litzes. Can he get the kill? There's a Sunder Cataclysm coming in as well. Dismar low on HP. Litzes has to move as well. And James, he's also running out. They're all trying to get out the TP from Dad. Dismar to die. Litzes on the runaway with that onslaught. And that Soulbind will keep HFN and Yor away from them. They had an opening.
Oh, honestly, not a bad result for Universitario here if they can defend their high ground. They did get Dad out. One of the rare fights where Dad was able to get away from danger.
And they are going to try at least to clear out the wave. Not going to go straight into NoPing. TB's Metamorph is out in 5 seconds. So maybe if they smoke up right now, could be the call. Do they have one? Curry, yep, there we go.
The calling.
Let's do it.
On the Muerta.
You're on the high ground, not the target they want to find. And they're actually going to keep on going as they see HFN. Perfect target. And there we go. The charge onto the TB right there. He's got Sunder available. The Tornado's going to buy some time. Also, they're going to be coming there as well. And there's TB going for the Sunder. But surrounded Muerta hammering away with those big hits onto HFN. HFN's going to be dropping low. But the disarm. The mass disarms. Muerta can't do anything. HFN will fall. But they will lose more heroes on the side of Universitario as Austin going to be hammered away by Misho. Frozen the dust as well, prevents him from getting into that regen rune, and will slowly get that kill. Sunstrike, not needed, he's down, and so is Dad with the Muerta. NoPing. The turnaround, Sebas saving with that tornado, and that's a go sign.
It definitely is, but they do not... I mean, I guess Legion has plenty of damage, right? Also at 200. Hitting harder than his Terrorblade at this point of the game. Why not? Fair and balanced.
An attempt was made there from James, but it will force out NoPing. No high ground
AUI
voice
voice line.
lost.
Dota is a fair and balanced game. I agree. Or is it fun and balanced?
Fun and balanced game, yeah. And then you have Ember who says balance in all things.
True. Lots of balance in this game. 188 dual damage victory for the Legion commander.
So,
as that continues to rack up.
So, what do you think about this Invoker now, Fear? We've got to see 30 minutes of this new Invoker action. Are you impressed by it? Sebas, at least he's playing it really well.
I mean, the hero's good, yeah. It's been making a lot of rotations, but it hasn't been like, wow, this is so broken type of situation. That you
so
just
only until it's broken, you'll say, wow.
What do you want from me? I mean, the hero looks strong.
What do you want from I'm not blackmailing you here.
I mean, the hero's okay.
The hero's okay. All right. I'll go with that.
The hero looks strong. It's not broken, but strong.
All right.
It's not like Medusa vibes where it's like, what is going on, right? Like, this doesn't seem normal, right? I haven't seen anything from that so far from the hero. It's just all his spells are just quite strong. The really annoying one is if he gets to the shard, which that like sucks you into the EMP, so you can't really run away. That one's quite strong and annoying, especially when you have a Terrorblade. That extra bit of control can definitely help him out here. But one hero that has not been impressing me so far is the Muerta.
Well, yeah, I think Dad's going to leave us waiting for quite a while until we actually.
Well, this hero, like, he had Dream Scenario last fight. BKB's were on cooldown. He used Pierce the Veil. He hit the Terrorblade, but I was looking at his damage, and it just was uninspiring. Maybe just because his net worth isn't high enough, but still. For a hero to be this vulnerable and do this little damage, not a fan.
Yeah, he needs a buff.
I need something, because I could easily see this hero with 1 or 2 tweaks making it the most OP thing in the world. It's a very special hero. But right now, he's going to try and make it work. I think he does need to get to, like, he needs the crits, right? This hero's kind of built around Gunslinger having a high % chance of proccing. But that level 20 talent will help him out a lot. Add a Crystallis on top of that with the Silver Edge. Maybe we'll start seeing a lot more damage coming out from them at that point. But we do have the ink. What is that called? Dark Portrait.
Dark Portrait, yeah.
That one is available. I was going to say Ink Spell, but that's the wrong ability.
Bit of a different spell, yeah, that's true. You can now start making those TB illusions. You have another split pushing tool.
I'm the carry now.
Yeah. That will ramp up his farm by quite a lot.
And that illusion is just going to kill the Undying.
Okay.
And then he pings him. Yeah, I mean, sure. One chain into root, and then the illusion and TB just mopping up that Undying. Sad death, very sad.
Definitely a powerful portrait, you can put it that way. Captivating the moment. Sending it to Scout on ahead. He knows he can kill Yor. Now he's like, can I kill Il Misho with it? Keeps on running it through. It's like going all the way through the enemy backline. And it's a surprise attack from Lissex, but he's going to get silenced up. And the fight breaks loose. They've got themselves the dual win Lissex to drop. And the Cataclysm is out there as well. Well, they got a surprise, but they just were hit by the bigger guns of NoPing. That's another casualty. Losing the Ember, triple for HFN. And Arzent, he will poke Dad.
What can you do at this point if you are Dad? That's an Aegis they're playing into.
Carry me, Yor. Returns the tip.
Yep.
Is that all that you can muster? Saruman.
I mean, Dark Portrait on cooldown here, so without that ability, they can't really do much. And of course, Morta in general, not able to do much this game, but 5 versus 2 here can do even less. He can do less than a little bit, which is nothing. He can do nothing in this situation.
What can you do when you can do nothing? Indeed, Lee Shore.
I mean, at least you're doing nothing.
And there's the hook shot with the Inks. Well, doesn't even actually pop at all. So no stun connection, and Austin's almost dead. Dad, he's trying to do his best with Pierce the Veil. The duel comes through, and actually just as his Pierce the Veil was about to run out, Muerta just becomes a mortal target anybody can hit.
That's Megas, and that might just be the game.
And that's game. Yeah, that has to be game. That last team fight kind of already showed that they don't have too many tools against NoPing, and game 3, it is looming atop of their heads. Again, like the Muerta idea, they got the confidence from game number 1. They wanted to play it out. Doesn't work out at all in this game, and yet another loss for this hero. Lissex, not much he could do. Dismar forced back to the fountain. But NoPing, they are a united front now, Fear.
Yeah, they definitely are. We'll see if Ember respawning here. No, they're not even going to try, but game is over. As per the schedule called for, all 3 best of 3s today are going to that magical game number.